So inshallah we will learn Surah An-Nasr today. But before that, to review some basic grammar and some new rules. Going back to, we start with the three root letters. Fa, Ain, and Lam. And the meaning for this is to do. And the simplest meaning that we start with the table that I have. If I put three fatahas or three zabars on one of each these letters, this brings the meaning of a third person he or it, and past tense, which will be he did. Okay. So this is al-madi or the past tense. If I want to make a present tense or future tense, which is called al-mudare, and this listed all here, is you put a ya in the beginning and connect the three letters together and pronounce yaf'alu, which is also given here. So you put a zabar or fataha on the first one and yaf'alu. And this brings the meaning of he, present tense and future combined, but I'm just going to write down right now he does. But it also will apply for he will do. Now, what I want to point out today, couple things. This is a singular here, okay, for one person in the past tense. If I want to make a plural of that, this one, the rule is very simple. You just add a waw at the end. Okay, so this becomes fa'alu, and this is also given here. So you just add a waw, but instead of this zabar or fataha, you change this to a pesh, and you add an extra alif, which is not read, it is just written there. So fa'alu is a plural, and the meaning is they did. Okay. Now, what I want to point out, very important concept here. When we go to the present tense or future tense, where in the box here it says yaf'alu, we are going to do the same thing. We are going to add a waw to make it plural. Yaf'alu. Now, important thing is that this means they are doing, they do, or they will do. It will cover all of them. But then we add a noon after that. This noon with a zabar is called noon Arabi. It has a special purpose for adding that. Noon Arabi. Okay. What this does is that if you talk about future, let's say the possibility is that you will say they will go, but another possibility is they might go, even though it will happen in the future, but possibility changed. Another possibility is they should go. Okay, so to bring all those concepts of English into might or should, all that, we take the help of this noon. We modify, throw away, or do something with this noon to bring those other concepts of the future, might or should and all that. So just remember that plural is yaf'alu na, okay, and of the present and future, which is mudare, and the madi is fa'alu. Now, keeping those in mind, because we will be using some of the concept here, I want to mention one more thing here, is that so far we have been learning that simply if I have these three letters, to make a madi, I'm adding just fa'ala. These are only for these three letters. Some other three letters may have a different configuration. And that difference is that this middle letter sometimes will have a dhamma, sometimes a kasra or pesh or zabar, or sometimes a zabar. So it will vary between those three. Okay. Likewise, if you are looking at yaf'alu, the same thing will happen. Everything will stay same, except the middle letter may fluctuate between these three. So how do you know which three letters will have a zabar, zir or pesh? Okay, that dictionary will tell you. There is no other way of knowing. I'll send you an email and a link of a dictionary which I released for the iPhone, iPad. So when you open that dictionary in the app, and you want to look the meaning of any three letters, right after that it will tell you these two words, and it will tell you which middle letter is that. Just brief example. Let's look at these three letters: Seen, Mim, and Ain. This means to hear. Okay. Now, when you are getting up from the ruku, what do you say? Sami Allah, which means you are pronouncing a zair under the mim. Sami, he heard. Allah heard. Okay. So it looks like in these three letters, the middle letter, when we make the grammar, is instead of these three, if I take these, then the middle letter will have a zair or kasra under there. One more example before I jump on that one. Let's look at these three letters: dal, kha, or khe, and lam. And these are very common words. The meaning of this is to enter. Dakhil, word we know all the time. So to enter. Now, I'm going to make a present tense or future tense. So we add a ya in the beginning. Yad, and then the middle letter is khe, this one. Okay. And then lam after that. Okay. In this particular three root letters, the middle letter is carrying a pesh or a dhamma. Okay. Yadkhuluna, that's the word in this surah. Wara'aitan nasa yadkhuluna. So this is singular. When you add a waw, it becomes plural. Then you add a noon after that. So the word becomes yadkhuluna. They are entering or they will enter. So in these three root letters, middle letter is going to have a pesh or dhamma. On the second page here, I have listed all the examples here. You can take a look at that for each combination of these three. Okay, but this is very important to remember. The only way you will learn this is you have to look in the dictionary which three letters are carrying the middle zair, zabar, or pesh. Okay.
What is the ayat?
Well, I'm going there. So hold on. So let's go and start the surah. Okay. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. The surah starts with the word Idha jaa nasrullah wal fathu. So we talked about last time that is and idha. What is the difference between them? Both have the meaning when. Okay, but this one is used for past tense. Something happened in the past and you are describing that, then you say is when something happened in the past. Something which is happening now or in the future, then you use when. And this is, let's just write down future. And this is very important, powerful word. Okay, and we'll see the effect of that. Then let's take these three letters: Jim, Ya, and Hamza. If you look in the dictionary, the meaning will be to come. Okay, Jim, Ya. Okay. First thing, I'm going to do the simplest grammar. Put one zabar on each of them. The meaning will be he came or it came. Okay. So let's just write down in this case, it came. At this time I don't know, but I'm just writing it came. Now, ya or ye is a weak letter. And weak letter is a huruf illat. And ya, okay, the sound of ya is, or ye is E, okay? But it has a sound of alif fatha, zabar on it. So it's a mismatch. So we fix that and convert this thing into alif, okay? So now if I write down there, this will be alif and hamza is there, okay? So that's the sound of these three letters, ja'a. One very important thing is that whenever you see a hamza, this is a hamza, if before hamza there is alif, waw or ye, a weak letter, then we put a mad and pronounce ja'a, okay? Very important, whenever you see in the Quran a hamza there, before that, if there are one of the three letters, alif, waw or ya, those are weak letters, then they should be pronounced with mad. So if you look in the Quran, idha jaa, okay? So what is it? Iza is before that, okay? Iza is used for the future. This is a past tense. But when we make the sentence in the English or understand, the meaning will be when comes. This iza will pull this into the present or future tense, okay? And we will see how it does. So idha jaa, when comes, or whenever will come, okay? Now this surah is revealed at the time when a news is being given that Allah's help will come, the victory will be attained, the Makkah will fall, okay? So before that news is being given to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that and then what happened after that? People will start entering into the fold of Islam in multitude, okay? So keeping that context in mind, let's look at the next word. Next word is root letters. Again, always go back to the root letters. Root letters are noon, swad and ra. This means to help. Now, noun is made by combining these two, nas, and always last letter has two pesh or two dhammas. Nasrun. Nasrun means help. Okay. Now, the other word is Allahu. Allahu, so this is Allah. Now we are going to apply the rule of izafa. Rule of idafa is that you combine these two nouns by putting an of in between. So this will become help of Allah. In Arabic, we have been repeating that in order to bring this concept here, we look at the first word here and we change two dhammas or two pesh into one. So this will become nasru. Look at the second one, the last letter. Change this to a zair or kasra. And then you pronounce them together, then you do not pronounce the alif. So when you do not pronounce, remove this thing. So the word is Nasrullahi. Nasrullahi, help of Allah. Idha jaa Nasrullahi, when comes the help of Allah. So good news is being given that there will come a time when Allah's help will come. So what happens? Not only the help alone will come, but one more thing will come with that. And what is that? The word root letters are fa, ta and ha, or fe, te and he. Okay. In Arabic, it is pronounced as fa. In Urdu, we say fe. This is ha, not he, but so I'm using both so we can get used to of that, okay? And this is ta, not te. But the meaning of this word, these three root letters are, and they both come in the Quran. First, it comes to open. And Surah Fatiha is an example from these letters, the opening chapter, okay? This also means to have victory. Okay. To have victory. So when we make the noun, we combine these three by this way. Fathun. Always last letter will have two pesh. So this is to have victory. Okay. But now it became noun, and the meaning of this is victory. And actually, what is victory? When two armies are fighting, one of them falls, the other army enters. The city is open for entrance. So that applies this opening of the other enemy's land after gaining the victory. So you can combine these meanings. Fathun. Okay. Now we put al before that. Al means the, and al will remove one pesh or one dhamma, and it becomes the. And that's the word. Wow means and. So and is, so when you read them together, this alif is not pronounced. Wal fathu, that's the word in the Quran. Two things are being told here. When comes the help of Allah, at that time, and the victory will also come. Okay? And that was the news that's being given them. And then in the next ayat, it's being said, okay, when the help of Allah will arrive and the victory will be obtained, what will happen? What will be a sign of that? That will happen. So the next ayat says, وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ. Okay, so let's look at that. So the next word has this, okay, waw, the letter waw means and with the zabar. So let's keep it there. The second letters are ra, ya, and alif. Okay. This, okay, before I do that, I want to point out one thing. We have looked here before. When you have these three letters, fa and then lam, fa'ala, if you put a ta at the end and pronounce fa'alta, and that's in the box number 3, fa'alta. This ta brings the meaning of you and the past tense. One person you did. Okay, so by putting a te at the end with the fatha or zabar, pronouncing fa'alta, box number 3, meaning is that you did. Okay, now here look at the word. We have ra here, so this is, and we have an alif, and we have a ya, and this ta is there. Okay, so what is this ta is bringing? The meaning you and past tense. Okay, so these three root letters means to see. Okay, these three root letters, if you look in the dictionary, meaning will be to see. So ra'aita means you saw. This ta is bringing the past tense and a you in there. So ra'aita word is in the Quran. So when you write down, it will be ra'aita. Ra'aita, you saw. But the word iza is applying, because when in the future victory comes, Nasrullah, help of Allah will come, and Fatha will come, victory will come. At that time you will see, even though this is past tense, you saw. If I just translate you saw, it will be wrong, because victory is coming in the future and I am seeing it in the past. So iza is going to apply on that word also, and the meaning will be you will see. Okay, what will you see? First of all, here is another concept that is very important to build on. Let's look at this word, which is, I'm going to repeat this very often because we really need to understand one concept of Arabic, is that These three letters, khalaqa, means to create. Most of these words we know, to create. Okay. If I put three zabars here, it is he created. Okay. So he, whoever that he is, I don't know at this time, but let's see, he created. Okay. Now I'm going to put the word Allahu after that. Allahu. Now this is a combination of two words. One is a verb in the past tense, he created. The other is a noun. Okay? When we combine them, we are going to recite Khalaq Allahu. But the very, very important thing is that you have to look what is on the last letter. If there is a pesh or a dhamma on the last letter, very important, then he goes away, okay, and this word comes the doer. Okay, very important, keep in mind, don't even, when you're reading the Quran, pay attention. If you look in there and it says pesh here, dhamma, immediately this he goes away and the meaning will become Allah created. Now make a mistake. Read this letter with a fatha. What is zabar here? Even by mistake, that zabar or fatha will not kill this thing. Now look what happened to the meaning. It's a kalma kufr.
He created Allah.
That's something, it's a kalma kufr.
Yeah.
So just by that little mistake of recitation, we have changed the meaning so much that it is very wrong. So very, very important thing is that so what does this mean? There are two possibilities, okay? A possibility is there was a pesh or dhamma, or other possibility was if zabar or fatha. In one case, this word Allah is a file, is a doer. Okay? And what is the case? When there is a pesh there. He became the doer and he created, right? In the other case, when there is a zabar, this is called maf'ul, and he is being created. Okay?
Object.
So this is subject in English, and this is object. Okay? So whenever you want to use an object, you change this to a zabar on the last letter. Whenever you want to use the same word as a subject, all you have to change is flip these two in between. Okay? Now look at that. An-nasa, that's what I was driving to. The word an-naso means the pupil. The original word is an-naso. We went through that last time. An-naso. So let's look at that one. So Ra'aita is there. Okay, this is Ra'aita, you saw. Okay, what is you're seeing actually? So this is pupil, you are looking at the pupil. So original word is anna. So always whenever you make the noun, the last letter will have a pesh or a dhamma. Okay, so this is anna so. Okay, if I leave this pesh there, dhamma, the meaning will be the people saw. But if I change this to a zabar, you saw the pupil, or you will see the pupil, which is the right statement. At that time, when the victory comes, you will see the people, something will be happening to the people. Okay? So, Ra'aitan Nasa, again, if you pronounce by mistake Ra'aitan Naso, the meaning will be flipped. That people are seeing, not you are seeing the people. So, this concept of fa'il and maf'ul will repeat so much in the Quran that if you are not careful, then you will change the meaning. Okay? So, here you are the one who is seeing, and people are being seen. Work is being done on the people, and when work is being done, it's a maf'ul, it's an object, and it is a zabar on the last letter. Very important. Okay, what's happening to the people? We just look at the word. Dakhala, to enter. Okay. Yad, first put a ya. As soon as you put the ya in the beginning, it becomes present and future. Mudare. Yaf'alu. Dal, yad, and I mentioned that in this case, this kha or khe will carry a pesh or dhamma. And we did that. Yadkhuluna. Plural. Noon is a noon Arabi. Waw is a plural. Yadkhulu, he will enter. Yadkhuluna, they will enter. Who are they? People. Okay. So An-Nas is being replaced by they now. Or you can say the people will enter. Okay. So you will see, if you are there in the future, that people will be entering or people will enter. Where will they enter? Again, the words are very simple. Okay. Deen, dal, ya, and noon. The noun is deenun. Deenun, I'm just going to right now translate this. Deen, that we translate as religion or faith. Actually, faith is a better word. Okay. The faith or the way of life, there are multiple meanings. So, deenun is and the word is Allahu. Again, do the rule of izafa and put an off in between. Okay. So it becomes deen of Allah or faith of Allah or Islam. What we do here, we remove one pesh there, one dhamma, and we change this to a zair. Okay. So it becomes deenullahi. Okay. Deenullahi. Right now, this one is deenu. Okay. There was two, I removed one. Now, when you put a fi means in, and it is a harf jar, and fi will look, we did that last many times, look at the last letter and we'll change this to a zair and a kasra. Okay, and you read, don't read this alif, fi deenillahi, in the deen of Allah, in the religion of Allah. People will be entering in the religion or deen of Allah. One word is being used, and these are very, very common words. Fa, Vav, and Jim. 3 letters. Noun is Faujun. Faujun is group. And Afwajun, plural is Afwajun. Afwajun is groups. Okay. Okay. So people will be entering into the religion of Allah, into the faith of Allah, grew as groups. Not only that one person will believe here, but the whole community, the whole town will become Muslim. Okay? When the victory of Allah comes and the Nusrat and the Fatah is achieved, you will see, if you are there, people will be entering into the fold of Islam in large numbers, groups. Okay? Again, the word is yadkhuluna. They are entering. Who are entering? In groups. So work is being done on this one. So this is maf'ul or object, and as soon as we make a word object, if there is one pesh, we change to one zabar. If there are two pesh, we change to two zabars. Whenever we made two fathas or two zabars, we write down an extra alif, and the word becomes afwajan. But if it is the last word, will you stop? Afwaja. You pronounce only one alif, not two. So, fi dinillahi, in the religion of Allah, afwaja, group after group after group. Okay, so we'll stop here, inshallah. We'll continue these two ayats and we'll pick up something else tomorrow.